This is Melanie Wilkinson with YorkNewsTimes.com. We had the opportunity this morning to sit down with Don Stenberg. He's the Nebraska Treasurer, who is also seeking re-election in the general election. We talked to him about things that have been accomplished over the past few years after he became Treasurer. He says he remains committed to making sure that Nebraskans know that they might have unclaimed property. And he's also promoting programs that will encourage financial literacy for students as well as help them plan for the future.
First of all, it's been an honor and privilege to serve the people of Nebraska as their state treasurer. I think we've compiled a very cost-effective office that's served the Nebraska taxpayers well. We've cut the office budget. Shortly after taking office in January 2011, I asked the legislature and the governor to cut the treasurer's office operating budget by 13%, and they were happy to do that. 2 years later, we asked for another budget cut of a little over 1%, and over a 4-year period, that'll save Nebraska taxpayers $2.8 million on the operation of the state treasurer's office. About 2 weeks ago, we submitted our budget for the coming 2 fiscal years and asked for a zero increase budget there. So we're doing a very cost-effective job of running the treasurer's office, and we do that by utilizing the latest technology available to reduce costs and make the staff more efficient in carrying out their responsibilities. One of the things we do is return unclaimed property to Nebraskans. We've returned, during my term of office, over $34 million to over 54,000 Nebraskans. Another area that the treasurer is responsible for is the state's transparency website, nebraskaspending.gov, and we've raised the rating by U.S. Public Interest Research Group from a D at the time I took office to the B range now by making more information about state finances available online.
Where do you want to take the department, or you have things that you want to do on your wish list, or?
Well, I think it's mostly to continue to further develop what we're doing right now, continue to run the office in an economical, cost-effective manner, continue to aggressively try and return unclaimed property to its rightful owners. Want to do more to continue to do more to make people aware of the advantages of saving for college through the Nebraska Educational Savings Trust. Want to continue to utilize developing technology to improve economy and efficiency in the office. And I want to continue to work with high schools and maybe in the future grade schools on financial literacy. As I've told a number of high school classes that I've spoken to, you know, there's a lot of classes, there's some classes you'll take in high school that once you take in the class and graduate, you'll just never use it again because you go into some area where you just don't. Every single high school student will utilize what they learn in the financial literacy class, because everybody is going to have either a paycheck or they're going to have their own business, and they're going to handling money. They're going to probably have a credit card or credit cards. At some point they'll buy a house probably, and they'll have a mortgage. If they haven't gone to college yet, well, they haven't gone to college yet. If they're going to go to college, they may have student debt. And you really need to plan for all this. And we've had, as I'm sure you're aware, we've got more student debt now than we have any other type of consumer debt in the country. And a lot of that's becoming delinquent. And I think part of it's because there's been a lack of planning on the part of the students. They didn't think about, okay, what does it cost me to go here? What kind of job do I expect to get when I graduate from college or a community college or a technical school? How much will I likely make? And will I be making enough to pay these loans back? And that, you really should do that up front, and maybe your parents can help you with that. But one of the reasons that I think we have is the problem with student debt is that calculation is not done before they decide where to go to college. And of course, it's not just students. You know, in 2008 we had over a period of years ahead of 2008 people borrowing way more money to buy houses or refinance houses than they were able to repay. And again, I think that's really a lack of planning, financial planning on the part of those folks. So financial literacy, I think, is a really important area.
That sounds like a wonderful program
Yeah.
for the high schools. Did you start that last year?
Yeah, we just announced it in the spring of 2013, so the 2013-2014 school year was the first year we had it.
Don't you get any
in place.
feedback from those that went through?
Yeah, we've had certification ceremonies at several high schools, Alliance, Minden, Lincoln,
Okay.
and talked to some of the students. They like it. It makes learning fun because it's an interactive. You've got avatars, and it's an interactive medium. So the kids like it.
Do they do this online, or do they?
Yeah, it's online. It's online. So, but most high schools these days have at least a computer lab of some sort where you can do that. Or you can do it from home. Students can work from home if they want. They get a password and so on. So we want to continue to expand that. We work with the Department of Education, and they will tell you they cannot endorse any program,
Okay.
but they will tell you they really like this program.
Okay.
So Don Stenberg is on the campaign trail this week as he travels across the state, telling voters why they should believe in him again as the Nebraska Treasurer. Again, this is Melanie Wilkinson with YorkNewsTimes.com.